So we got the process started here on installing the 6 element turbo inlet pipe. Here it is right here. Simple little setup. Remove this first, the top of the air box, take the air filter out, and then cover off cowl, wiper blades, and then turbo inlets right here. I'm gonna try to remove this. If not, then I'm just gonna have to work around it. And yeah, that's what I got going so far. Okay, so next thing I did here was remove the wiper blade assembly here, or motor assembly, whatever you guys want to call it. It's just 2 bolts, one that bolts it down in here and one that bolts it down in here. So these 2 here. Then you just pull it out, and then yeah, and then next I'm gonna work on removing the cowl. So quick update on the process real quick. When removing the cowl, you are safe to remove these strut bolts as long as you don't remove the 3rd one. You just got to remove 2 on each side and then leave this one alone, for obvious reasons. Got this side taken out too. And then you should be able to just pop it out and then pull back towards you, and the whole cowl should be removed. So I'm gonna try to do that right now. So what I'm noticing here is this is holding it down. It's a wire harness strap down here. These 2 plastic things. I'm gonna get them removed out, and then I'll be back when I'm done with that. It looks like there's one here too. Puts a little resistance on it so it doesn't come out. Once I get those out, it should slide out pretty easily. Now this cowl should remove. I'm trying to set this up. Alright, sideways view, fuck it. Got that cowl removed now. Then so these are the strut bolts that I took out. Should be these 2 here. I'm gonna torque these down right after. If you guys don't have a torque wrench, I guess just get it as tight as possible with your hands. Not too tight, but you know, these weren't too hard to take off. Alright, now with that out of the way, we're able to access the bolt here for the turbo inlet pipe. I'm going to remove a few things from the back, get the pipe out, and then I'll be back when I'm done with that. Side note I didn't document, there is a vacuum hose T here. This, I would wait to remove the hoses from after you get the cowl off. I was gonna try to do this with the cowl on, but it's quite literally almost impossible to do it with that unless you got some weird ass tools. But once you get that off, it does look like you're gonna have to remove this. All you do is slide it forward, or pop it up, slide it forward, should come out, and then just take off these 2 hoses here, and then mark them if you can. The one from the air box here goes to this right hose right here, and then this one down here goes to the middle one. We got this innovative ass lamp here that my dad made. So this here is mounted to 2 12s on a bracket on the top, and then it has a bracket down here. I was able to get this one out with the gun right here. But the bottom one, you do have to use a ratchet. Just a deep socket 12. Pull it back. It should be good to come out. I'm gonna loosen the V-bands, and then it should slip right on out. Okay, so we got this small ass piece out. Just the first piece. It goes into that little coupler there. This shit was hard to take off. You do have to yank the shit out of it, but it's out. Now we just gotta take the second piece off. That goes down to the turbo, and then we should be good to install the new one here. All right, for the pipe right here, there is a bolt holding it onto a bracket. It is a 10 millimeter. I don't know if I can get the camera down there. So this one right here, just remove that and you should be good. And then there's 2 vacuum hoses you gotta remove. The small one here, and then this big chunky one right here. I'm gonna get some pliers down and then pull it out. We got the main part out here. Now the tough part is gonna be getting down there to the turbo and then putting that red adapter that we need to put over there so that we can fit the new pipe on. Advice for getting this out, once you get these 2 vacuum hoses off, the small one's a little hard to get off because it's pretty tight on there. Let me find a location. It was so it's this little nozzle here. Here's a little puny little 2-inch punisher here, and then went down here, pried it a little bit, and then pulled it up with my fingers as it went. Do be careful with this heat shield plate here. It is pretty sharp. Cut myself a few times on it, but yeah. So screwdriver here, pop this off, and this is pretty easy to take off. Just get some pliers, ply it off obviously, and then you just pull it off. That one wasn't too hard to get off. Now that this is off, I'm gonna proceed to the next steps and then get you guys updated. It's gonna be getting under the vehicle, taking off the tray, the under tray, and then yeah, from there on, I'll show you how to get that last piece off, and then get to putting the new part on. All right, so I got the undercover tray off, whatever you want to call that. I already forgot what it's called. Low key kind of winded right now, so. All right, but here. All right. So this is the piece we gotta get off here. Oh shit, hold on. Something got on my fucking eye. All right, we back. All right, so there's 2 bolts here on this portion of the piping that's on the OEM one. You gotta get these 2 off. I'm pretty sure they're, let me see. They look like, from here they look like 12s, but they might be 10s. But it's right below the turbo. Just got 2 of those. Once we get those out, we get these pieces off, and then we gotta put the adapter on and then the coupling. I love update video here for the fucking boys. There is no damage under here, but my diff is leaking still, bro. This is a not diff, this is my transfer case. Transfer case still leaking. Fuck, man. I got this warranted, so I'm not sure if this is old fluid or new. Looks pretty fresh to me, low key. But yeah, I have to check that out some other time. Everything else looks good though. Control arm's good. Control arm's good on the bottom. Little scratches, but whatever. I don't know why these 2 are different sizes, but the one with the stud sticking out is gonna be a 12, and then this one up here is gonna be a 10. All right, so we always got these 2 bolts out. Just gotta spit them off. Bottom one, it's the one that's a 12. We almost got this one off. Nice. So once you get those 2 off, should be easy from here. Just slide it off. You can bring it out to the bottom, and there it is. So once you get those 2 off, should be easy from here. Just slide it off. You can bring it out to the bottom, and there it is. So once you get those 2 off, should be easy from here. Just slide it off. You can bring it out to the bottom, and there it is. So once you get those 2 off, should be easy from here. Just slide it off. You can bring it out to the bottom, and there it is. So once you get those 2 off, should be easy from here. Just slide it off. time to put the new one on. I do got to put that red adapter on first, so I will be back when I get that. Alright, so you're gonna need an extra set of hands here. I had my girlfriend hold the red piece up top while I angled it and put this bolt here. Once that's there, you should be good. Alright, so once you got this on, you don't really gotta tighten it too tight. Just as tight as you felt it when you took it off. They aren't too tight on there, so maybe just a quarter turn. Once they're hand tight, and you should be good. I'm gonna charge my phone real quick. I did die while I was under there, tightening that V-band, or this band here from this. I do recommend putting it on first, or obviously you're gonna have to put it on first. Then slide the pipe onto the red piecing. Once you do that, step down here and tighten it. I had a deep socket 7 and a short socket 7. Tightened it by hand first as much as I could so it wouldn't move when I put the ratchet on there. And then got a shallow socket 7 and then just tighten it. It doesn't have to be crazy tight. If you guys want to see how much I tightened it, it's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those lines there. Yeah, as long as it doesn't move, I tightened it to about there, and then I wiggled it. Feels good. Feels pretty solid. Next part is going to be putting that piping on, and then I'll get back to you guys when I'm on that. What we're going to do next, first I'm going to recommend putting the big V-band on the little inlet piece right there first. Oh shit. And then this is going to go in this way like this. So you can see the brackets right here for those bolts here, one in here and one on the bottom. I'm gonna try to push in and twist to the right and then twist it all the way to the left while pushing in, and it should get it all the way in how it's supposed to be. Then tighten that V-band over it and then get those vacuum lines in. So when putting this in, obviously like I said earlier, that band first, push this in, but try to make sure this doesn't go too far back. If it does, don't worry, you could always just pull it and adjust. But once you get in, do not tighten that V-band yet. Try to adjust this pipe and get these bolts on to the bracket. Once they're on there hand tight, try to tighten these first with the ratchet. And then we'll get back here on the band and then tighten it to where it has to be, and then we should be good from there. Getting to the last few steps here before we gotta reassemble everything. I recommend before you put this tube over this pipe, get this metal piece, put it onto the pipe first so you can slide it from the bottom up, because it does have a little lip here, and it is hard to get this over that lip right here. So get this in first, slide this on, then you can get this clip on. It should be easy. Just gotta connect this vacuum line to this port here, which should be this one here. Nope, this one. This one goes back here for the other vacuum lines like this. You see here, like this. And then you find that vacuum line. Clip this on here. Turbo. Can't find that vacuum line. All right, I'll be back when I get that vacuum line. I don't know how I tucked it down over there, but I did. Just gonna put this one over, but I am seeing that this loosens and tightens by hand. It's looking like an 8 to me, so I'm gonna just tighten that like a quarter turn, and then should be good. Hopefully this fits over. No. Got the deep socket 8. An extension on that. Just gonna go a little bit. Tighten up for me. And then, where's that? There it is. Flip this over, all the way down. As far down as you can get it. Alright, I think mine's touching the bottom there. That's good. Now time to get the other stuff on, and I'll be back. Next, we're gonna put this on from the intake. I am getting a boosted performance intake. If I didn't mention it earlier, I want to give them a thank you because they're sending me one. They're sending one over to me. Once I get that, I'll do an install video on that, sound test, all that stuff. We're also gonna do a sound test on this one, but first we gotta get this on there. B1 goes towards the front right here, and then this goes here where this hose clips onto. Okay, so got this on. I will recommend loosening this as much as you can first before trying to put it over. It just makes it easier to slip on. Then tighten that one. Then you can push this one in, tighten it. I have this sitting like this. Trying to put it here. You do lose the mounting point for this, so that's the only downside to the Sxth element turbo inlet, or any inlet from my knowledge, is that you're going to lose the bracket that holds this in place, but it should be fine here like this, or you could go like this, same thing. Anyways, now we're just going to get this cowl back in, put the under tray back on, start it up, see how it sounds, and then we'll get back to you when that's on. The cowl back on, all 5 bolts put in, put the strut bolts back on, torque them down. Now we just got to plug in these sensors here. Plug in this sensor, goes right there. And we had another sensor as well. Where was it? Yeah, another sensor, plug that back in, clip it in. And then just gotta put this wiper blade assembly back on, and then we should be good. This on, you're pretty much done. Everything's good. Just put this cowl back on, plastic cover cowl. Put your under tray back on. It should be good. I'll get back to you guys when I have this all completely set up, and then do the startup. All right, guys. So back here in the car after the first startup, it did throw a lot of codes. Intake air temperature sensor, sensor circuit short, map sensor circuit short. A lot of sensor codes, a lot of air reading codes. So I did erase them. I'm not sure if it's because the system was still reading the voltage on the sensors when I disconnected them. But so far, as of sounds, it is a lot louder on the spool. I'm going to pump gas right now. Exhaust. So yeah, that's what I have so far for exhaust. I am planning on getting the downpipe, but when I'm ready for the tune, if this does end up needing the tune, I might just send it on the downpipe and then get the tune all together. But other than that, yeah, I did throw check engine codes. I'm gonna pump gas right now, do a few laps around the neighborhood, go on the freeway,